Probably the worst house was a doctor that we had as a client. He had a really old house built in 1890, and then he made all kinds of additions to it and made it so the crawl space was impossible to get to. And then he had a termite infestation that came about after this construction, and we finally installed the Sentricon system, and we had hits immediately because I didn't wait 30 days. I waited 2 weeks, and we had hits, and but I didn't start baiting them until 30 days, and then we started baiting. They consumed, golly, I think it was 14 tubes of bait within a 3-month period of time, and after that, he never had a termite swarm, never had any termite activity ever again. Still a client of ours. We've had that structure under warranty for almost 20 years now. And since we got colony elimination, not a single swarm or anything.
Sentricon has solved various nightmarish or difficult type jobs for us. And interestingly enough, the one that I always remember the most is one that was very early on in our life with working with Sentricon. And it was a house that, and I believe it was in our 2nd year, and it was a house that had been treated for 12 years in a row by another firm with liquids, and it had concrete clear across the back of the house. And back in those days, there was the whole concept of core drilling and all that, which we didn't do on this house. And we went around that patio, but the most striking thing for me was that there was a stump that was about 30 feet away from the house. We found live termites in it. We put a bait station in that stump, and to this day that customer is still a customer, no more termites, and that probably is the biggest reason that I was sold on Sentricon.
My nightmare job for Sentricon was the very first installation for Sentricon that we converted from our old bait system. We had Formosan termites in a house that we had been working on for 6 months and could not eliminate this colony. That was our very first conversion to the new Sentricon Always Active, and we had the colony eliminated within 60 days. So that was our biggest success with Sentricon.
We recently did a termite treatment on a cardboard warehouse. It was a warehouse that stored containers for a food processing business, and we actually worked for the food processing business and got a call, and they had termites in a pallet of boxes that they were putting their packaged final product in. And we went and looked at the warehouse, and there were termites coming up through the cracks in the middle of this warehouse. And the warehouse had a complete liquid treatment on the exterior, and you know, the manager and owner of the warehouse, you know, started talking to me about termite treatments, and I said, I think that was probably a waste of money. And they continued using this company, and they sealed all the cracks and they checkerboarded the floor to stop the termites. And they said it cost them about $100,000 as they worked on trying to solve this problem with liquids. And it didn't work. Treated installed Always Active around the exterior of this warehouse, and it was a huge warehouse, probably 100,000 square feet. The people that operated the warehouse said they weren't having any more problems. It solved them. And so if you can go into a cardboard warehouse, or a warehouse that stores cardboard and stop termites, you've got to have a great product, and that's what Sentricon Always Active did.
Once we went to Sentricon, we sold every rig, so we were never going to look back. We were very, very happy to walk away from liquids for many reasons. Number one would be the issue of the environmental situation. We had poisoned the lake when a sump pump picked up the liquid application and accidentally pumped it into the lake and killed all the fish. We knew pretty shortly thereafter that we wanted to go with a product that we wouldn't have that kind of issue. And Sentricon is that product. We can put Sentricon in the ground, no issues whatsoever. We don't have to worry about retreats, returns, complaints, home run all the way.